You've all heard the phrase, happy wife, happy life, right? Well, in this video, I'm going to share why your wife is never going to be happy. And specifically, the 5 reasons why she's never going to be happy. And at the end of the day, happy wife, happy life is BS. Total BS. Take it from me. I was married for 20 years, divorced, now single. And it is all a crap shoot. All right. So keep watching because all these reasons are true. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping multiple videos every week. All right. Number 1 reason why happy wife, happy life is bullshit is because the more you spend on the wedding, the faster the divorce. This is statistically true. So you would think that she would be happy because you've dropped all kinds of money on the engagement ring and you've had this big, amazing, fancy wedding with 300 people and you've dropped 50 grand on this wedding, maybe more, who knows? But the more you spend statistically, the faster the divorce. And now that's a fact. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, it's never good enough. So, personal story. When I mentioned earlier, I was married for 20 years. At the time when I got married, I was 29 years old. I was between jobs and I was broke as fuck. I had nothing, okay? But I was in love, so I thought. And she was in love, so I thought. And she said, please, whatever you do, if we get engaged, let's not have a long engagement. Let's get married right away. And I don't care that you don't have any money. We're just going to get married for us. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I proposed to her, and 2 months later, we got married. She wasn't pregnant. I don't have any children. So, because I was broke, I didn't have any money for like a nice ring. I told her this. I said, look, I don't have much for a nice ring, but I'm going to get you something. So she started doing research, and she's like, hey, there's this ring called the diamond, not diamond, but there's this thing called moissanite, right? It's basically a fake diamond, but you can't really tell it's fake unless you go to a jeweler and they actually inspect it. Pretty cool, actually. It's brighter than an actual diamond. So she's like, why don't you get me a moissanite ring? Because no one's going to tell, and it'll look really nice. And I'm like, okay. So I got the moissanite engagement ring. The wedding, right? We had no money. My parents pitched in for a little reception for 60 people, right? And we didn't have any money for a wedding cake. So the wedding cake, I rented a fake one. The fake one, we didn't cut it in front of people because obviously it's fake. And the fake cake was taken back to the back room. And we bought from Costco those big slabs of cake and came out with, pieces of cake for people. And they thought, oh, okay, they took the cake away to cut it and serve it, right? But it was a bit of trickery. And we didn't have any money for a wedding dress. Wedding dresses are fucking expensive. So she said, hey, look, my friend has a wedding dress. It's beautiful. Why don't I wear that? And I'm like, okay, cool. So she borrows this wedding dress, right? So at the time, I was thinking, this is enough. She's going to be happy, right? Fast forward, we're married. Fast forward, year 5, year 7, I can't recall exactly when it was. Out of the blue, like we're just sitting there on the couch watching a movie, and out of the blue, she said, you know what? If I could have done my wedding over again, I would have. And I looked at her and I'm like, what do you mean? And she said, I really regret not getting a real diamond, and I really regret not having a real wedding dress, my own wedding dress. My heart completely sank. I was crushed. Here I was thinking I was trying to make her happy because in giving her what she wanted, it was not enough. Brothers, I'm telling you, it's never enough for women. So that's number 2. Number 3, women file divorce 75% of the time over men. So there you go, right? So happy life, happy wife. Happy wife, happy life. No, that's not happening. Number 4, hypergamy. They start to resent settling for this one guy, and true. Scientific studies have shown women's desire for their husbands drop off a cliff by year 5, and there's no specific reason why. Whereas men, their basically desire for their wives decline little bit year over year. Okay, so that's number 4. And then number 5 is all women want to be married. Not all. Most women want to be married, but they don't want to be a wife. They know exactly what that job description reads, what's entailed, but they don't ultimately want it. That they like the idea of being married, but they don't want to be a wife. So there you have it. Women are never happy, and especially wives. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.